Ja, is een levels praatkutte.
Hallo, kan je hoor?
Sê nou gou?
Hallo, kan je
Ja,
hoor?
dis perfek. Ek kan met die lig kan jy nie baie sien. Kan jy vir sommer vra wat sit sommer so op my. Ja. Great. Show that we're working. Good seeing you, Bruce. Okay. Chris, start this season. I mean, you guys haven't had any pre-season games as such. You feel like that you guys ready to go in straight hit the ground running?
Yeah, obviously I think we'll probably be one or two paces off the pace, but we gave the guys 5 weeks off. It's the first off time we had in 2 years, so I think the time they had off will suit us well in the middle of the year because it's a long season. In saying that, we had a very good pre-season the last 6 weeks. We had obviously a game against two sides of the Bulls last week, which was very good for us. But you all know the real thing will get you there, so it'll probably take us probably 2-3 weeks to get back to proper match fitness. But otherwise, we're quite comfortable where we're at.
Your new recruits, you've obviously had time to work with them now a bit in the pre-season. Are they ready as well to hit the ground running, or are you looking to phase them in?
No, we'll probably phase them in. Sabu came off a very big injury, so he's been the last 6 weeks with us. He's fitted in quite nicely. Same with Wandi Sealy. So Sabu, like everybody knows, it's been a very big injury, so it'll probably take him a few games to settle. But what we've seen last week and in the last 3 weeks when he went flat out is looking good. Wandi Sealy settled in quite nicely. And then Johan Goosen is probably the other big injury that will be coming back in the next couple of weeks.
Are all three available for selection?
Johannes probably 1 or 2 weeks off.
Okay. Obviously, you had a look at the Lions game against Sharks. Lots of tries scored in that game.
Yes.
Not much defence though.
Yeah, it's a typical pre-season game, so we noticed that, but we also know it's a pre-season game, so guys is probably not on the edge like a real game. As far as I understood, they kept going for a month more than us. Okay, since the end of the previous season, so I'm sure they will probably be fit. So we had a look at the game, and we saw some trends, but we all knew it was two sides, probably the A and the B side, and it's the first game out as well.
Is there anybody else who's out with injury this week that you need to know?
Not 100% sure.
Okay. I mean, all your Springboks.
Yeah, everybody's about here. Yeah, obviously Kurtley is still under the ban. Ruan Akia is here. So nothing big injuries that we don't know about, except James Verhoeven is still out. I think Miller Ace, but I can't really comment on all that. The doc would probably know.
Okay. No, just
selection-wise,
So, and then I mean, you say you're going to go in a bit underdone to these games, but it doesn't mean you guys are looking to drop a game or two because of the points.
No. So we're not underdone. We're probably 2-3 games away from match fitness, but I think that's everyone. Okay, so we had a very good 6 weeks. We're really looking forward to starting well. We know what happened last year is that we found ourselves on the wrong side of the table, and we had to play catch up. So that was one of our goals, to have a good start. So now we're looking really forward to the first 3 games.
So the last one just for me, obviously that's an important part of it, is making sure you control your destiny in this tournament. So
100%.
Putting enough points on the table.
Yes. We saw what happened last year, so anything can happen. You can have a bad start and still end up there, but the ideal is to start well and not drop points to put yourself under pressure.
Chris, just one question from me. Strange question to ask when it's taken into account that you guys, I think, were like second most prolific try scorers last year. But is there been any specific things that you've worked on, in terms of attack, given that you had a pretty solid base to build off from, anyway?
So I think the biggest change we probably had is that the majority of the group stayed together. So the maturity of a group increased a lot, and with that on attack gives you opportunity to work on more detail. So I think we understand our mix. We had one or two things we changed, but in general, it was basically getting the detail up now that we have a good understanding what we want to achieve.
Thank you. Bye, Donkey.
Thanks, Mano.